Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Over the years we've seen some incredible video game titles released that feature samurai and feudal Japan. In this video we're going to highlight some of the best samurai video game titles available in the marketplace right now. Let me know in comments if I missed out on any samurai-focused games that should be included, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Hope you enjoy this video. Trek to Yomi might catch your attention from the visuals alone. This black and white side-scroller is set in ancient Japan, where you're taking the role of a young samurai named Hiroki. When your village is burned down, you travel to the Japanese underworld for revenge. However, don't go into this title thinking you'll slice and dice your opponents with a katana. Instead, this is very much a precision-focused game. One strike can kill, so knowing when to attack and defend is crucial to keep Hiroki alive. The original Onimusha Warlords was an all-time classic when it first came out, and now with its remaster you're getting the best of both worlds as you'll get the original game, but with improvements to the graphics and the gameplay. This time, you're playing with better precision than ever before, and will have to go through intense fights to survive the storyline that is still very much intact from the original title. As if that's not enough, the soundtrack for the game has been improved to further add to the experience. So if you haven't played the original, and you want to see why so many hold this game in reverence, here you go.
You captured Zone A!
For Honor takes place in a hybrid medieval fantasy world, where warriors of different historical disciplines come together to do battle throughout both of the game's campaign and multiplayer modes. One of these historical warriors is that of the samurai, who represent the game's Dawn Empire faction. Players can try out the fighting styles of 8 different combatants in the samurai roster, each of which has slightly different combat skills and mechanics. These samurai warriors also make use of different traditional weapons, from the katana and nodachi swords to the naginata pole-based weapon, and the heavy club-like spike kanabo. For Honor is a pretty cool adventure, and a great way of trying out a range of samurai fighting techniques and weapons in a game. Based on the animated TV series Samurai Jack, this game gives life to the characters from the show in an action-adventure game that takes place during the show's final season series finale. As Samurai Jack, players will get to explore across 9 levels that span space and time as they battle a range of different monsters with Jack's signature samurai skills. Players will be able to make use of both Jack's natural bare-knuckle combat prowess and his magic katana in the various fighting encounters in-game. Fans of the Samurai Jack TV show will probably get the most enjoyment out of this animated action caper. Shadow Tactics Blades of the Shogun puts an emphasis on stealth gameplay and is set in feudal Japan. In this game, players will be considering the options not just for themselves, but for the band of samurai allies recruited by the ruling shogun in the real-time tactical gameplay situations they'll find themselves in. Players will need to use their strategic thinking to ensure their warriors can sabotage and eliminate various enemies without being detected in this mission-based samurai stealth adventure. This one's a great game if you enjoy your samurai action sneaky, with real-time tactics, and with a party of uniquely skilled heroes to command. Soulcalibur is another addition to the weapon-based fighting game genre. and is a franchise full of samurai-packed action. From the franchise's first release way back in 1995 to the most recent Soulcalibur VI in 2018, these are a series of fighting titles that all have a central theme of mythical swordsmanship and martial arts-style combat at their heart. While the plot of these games fixates on an ongoing battle between an evil sword and the sword crafted in order to defeat it, players will be able to explore a wide cast of characters in the various Soulcalibur games, including a number of crossover characters from games such as The Witcher, Assassin's Creed, and God of War, to name a few. Nioh is an interesting type of samurai game in that it follows the story of the only ever known Western samurai. Set in Japan in the 1600s, Nioh puts players in the shoes of an Irish sailor turned samurai named William, as he chases after an evil sorcerer who has stolen William's protective spirit guardian. There's a lot of hack and slash action as players fight their way across Japan using and leveling up their samurai skills against a range of both mortal and supernatural enemies. This is a samurai game with a distinctly non-traditional vibe, and is definitely one to try out if you're looking for something a bit different from your martial arts action. An action RPG that functions as both the follow-up and the prequel to the original Nioh game, this game puts players in charge of their very own samurai-skilled character who journeys through the game story set in 1500s era Japan. The story is complex and follows the player character through a series of encounters with real-world historical characters from Japanese culture, and of course, introduces plenty of hack and slash samurai combat action along the way. Nioh 2 features some pretty compelling gameplay and action sequences, and will definitely leave fans of the samurai genre feeling a strong sense of immersion in the game world.
Bastards! Enough! What's next, samurai?
This gorgeously detailed and atmospheric action-adventure game takes players to the Japanese island of Tsushima during the first Mongol invasion of Japan. As samurai warrior Jin Sakai, players will see themselves thrust into the role of the island's primary protector, as he attempts to hold off the hordes of invading forces. As you might expect, as the lone surviving samurai trying to fend off an attack such as this, the combat in game can be brutal and bloody, but also can be approached from a stealth and assassination style of play, so it's really up to the players to decide what kind of samurai they want Jin to be. Ghost of Tsushima is visually stunning and offers a beautiful open-world environment to explore. It's the kind of game that will really pull you for an authentic feudal Japan-era experience, so should be a big hit with fans of the samurai genre.
You hear them coming? That's our enemy.
Sekiro Shadows Die Twice created quite the controversy upon its release due to its high difficulty level. Being a From Software game, this should of course be no surprise. Bloodborne, Dark Souls, and From Software's latest IP Elden Ring all prioritize mechanical mastery and reward players who learn from failure. Sekiro follows this basic tenet. At heart, it's an action-adventure set in a period of Japanese civil war. Gone is the ability to level up stats, but defeating enemies yields experience, which then unlocks skill points that can aid you in battle if spent wisely. Sekiro also features light stealth elements, like the death blow, which can insta-kill unaware enemies.